Hollywood is the big propaganda tool. And Hollywood is forcing one of its stars to bend the knee right now to America's foremost enemy. John Cena. Am I pronouncing that correctly? If he were Italian, it would be pronounced Cena. But I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen a movie that he's in. But I guess he's in the Fast and the Furious movies. He's in big trouble. Oh boy. You know, there's always some Hollywood scandal. What was it? Divorce? Was it sexual harassment? Drugs? Was he getting frisky with underage? But no, that's not the problem. The scandal is he acknowledged that Taiwan is a country. John Cena committed the egregious sin of admitting that Taiwan, the country of Taiwan, is a country. And China doesn't like that because China wants to conquer Taiwan. So John Cena issued an apology, a groveling apology to the Chinese communists in Mandarin on video. Take a listen. I'll translate. Hello, I'm John Cena. Hey, China, I have to say right now, in Fast and Furious 9, I have many, many interviews. In one of them, I made a mistake. Did you know? What's the mistake? Everyone asked me if I can use Chinese people at Fast and Furious 9. I guess his Mandarin's not as good as one would imagine. It gave me lots of interview information. I made a mistake. I have to say right now, it's so important. I love and respect China and Chinese people. I'm so sorry for my mistake. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You have to understand. I love and respect China and Chinese people. Oh my God. I'm sorry. This is like a hostage video. This is like one of those coerced confessions in North Korea. I'm sorry. He's crying. Why did he? By the way, you'll notice he doesn't acknowledge the mistake. We all know what the alleged mistake is. He said that Taiwan is a country and not just a part of China. But he doesn't quite acknowledge it because he knows that's going a little far to just deny the existence of a sovereign country. But he says, I'm sorry, please, I'm sorry. No. Why? Because if China decides that they don't want Fast and Furious 9 playing in its borders, then the Hollywood studios are going to lose billions and billions of dollars. The Fast and Furious movies have consistently grossed more money in China than any other country, including the United States. The audience for Fast and Furious is not Americans. And you think it's an American movie. It's not. It's a Chinese movie. Yeah, it's with our actors and our studios and our cultural institutions and it's made in our country, but it's not really for us. It's for China, because he who pays the piper calls the tune. This, in so many ways, is what Donald Trump woke us all up to in 2016. He said there are elites in this country who have sold out your country to foreign powers to the highest bidder. We now, yeah, sure, I guess in some classrooms we have to have the American flag, but we're going to have other flags too, BLM. Which, right, the BLM is sort of the anti-American flag. It says that America is a horrible, racist, evil, bigoted country. So you got the American flag, then you got the BLM flag that cancel each other out. And then you've got the pride flag. The deadliest of the 7 deadly sins, pride, goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. You got to salute that one too. Totally drowning out that national identity, which people don't really like very much anymore. And now you've got Hollywood stars groveling. So pathetic, so pitiful. The guy just, we were talking a lot about castration yesterday on the show. We were talking a lot about similes today on this show. Well, he metaphorically, if not literally, castrated himself before Xi Jinping here. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. You notice, though, that China doesn't do this stuff. Do you ever see Chinese stars? Well, you don't really see a lot of Chinese stars anyway. It's not like China has a thriving film industry. Do you ever see Chinese tech moguls? Well, there aren't really Chinese tech moguls. They just steal our property, right? They just steal our intellectual property. Do you ever see any Chinese representatives groveling, begging the United States for forgiveness? No, because they don't need to. Because we, and by we I mean our elected officials and our appointed officials, have put ourselves in a very, very weak position. What China does is they limit the number of movies, foreign movies, that can play domestically. And that's so weird because, foreign movies, if you're in China, well, that just means Hollywood. Hollywood is the movie-making capital of the world. And they're the best movies, the biggest, the most expensive, the most popular, and yet China limits the number that can play domestically. Why? I'm sure GDP would increase if they allowed more of those movies to come in. The total free market, wouldn't that be so great? That just says that we have to let all the movies in. But China says no, because we're going to protect our culture. We're going to protect our political order, and that's going to mean we limit the amount of American things that come into this country. Our stupid elites in this country won't do that. They'll say, oh no, it's great. Nothing could be better for America than flooding it with Chinese investment and cheap Chinese goods, many of which were produced after China stole our intellectual property. Nothing could be better for America than flooding the country with cheap labor from south of the border, effectively canceling out our immigration system and our immigration rules. Nothing could be better for America. That's our strength, isn't it? No, you see the country falling apart all around us. Certainly that's not. China doesn't do it. That's one of my favorite lines from Trump. When Trump said, yeah, we're gonna institute some tariffs if these other countries don't start trading more fairly with us. And you had the leftists who opposed Trump, and you had the squishy Republican types all screaming like a chicken with their head cut off. You can't possibly institute tariffs. Tariffs are awful for the country. There's no good argument for tariffs ever. And Trump looked at them and said, if tariffs are just uniformly terrible, how come every other country has them? If tariffs are so bad, we know for sure tariffs are so bad all the time. Why do all the other countries have tariffs, but we're not allowed to? You telling me all those other countries are just totally wrong, but we're right? I'm not so sure. And then what did he do? He institutes the tariffs and he gets what he wants out of the trade deals. Stop! Oh, man, that was close. Ring the bell, subscribe, like, so that you will get notifications. And beyond that, sure, it's good to get the notifications on YouTube, but you got to head on over to Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, MySpace, LiveJournal, I don't know. All those podcast apps where you can get the audio version. There have been some shenanigans recently with the big tech companies. Head on over there, subscribe. Please leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time.